Welcome back to JIL Training Solutions. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to discuss the new data types that are in the Microsoft Office 365 subscription. If you do not have the subscription, I recommend you trying it out. So below I'll have a link to obtain the trial version. The thing that I like about the trial version versus the license is that with the subscription you get all the new updates, the new versions. So it's a cool feature. You pay a small monthly fee, but try it out and see if you like it, and if you do, I recommend that you subscribe. So if you've seen my video on stock data types, it shows you a similar feature with the geography. So in the 2019 version, Microsoft Office implemented artificial intelligence into the Excel version. And what that does is that if you can type a certain data set, that information will be pushed out into the internet, and the information will be retrieved and populated into your Excel worksheet. So let's get started. What I've done is listed several cities, and I want to get some information on those cities. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mouse, I'm going to left click, hold, and highlight the city information that I want to retrieve information from. Then I am going to left click on the data tab in the ribbon bar, and if you see here, you have data type, group, you have stocks, and geography. And so I've already done a video on converting tickers and getting that information for stocks. Please check out that video. It's called Stocks Data Types. And so for this illustration, we're going to select left click on geography, and that information is going to be sent out to the web, and that information is going to come back. Now, let's say, for instance, if I selected a city that's in multiple places, or I misspelled a particular city name. The data selector recognizes that, and then this dialog box appears. So if it was misspelled, I would get a notification that it does not recognize the city, and I would have an opportunity to retype the city. In this instance, the city is in multiple places. So I'm going, and you can just scroll down to see which one it is, and then you can just select, left click select to obtain the one that you want. Now I'm going to double click to expand this column. So now I have all the information, and you can tell because you have these little card symbols, but if you kind of hover your mouse over on it or left click, you can see the information. You can see a picture of the city, you can see the county, state information, country, population, latitude, longitude. So there's a lot of information that you can obtain based on just by pressing that little icon. But I want to populate the state, the country, population, and zip the time zone for these actual cities. So there's a formula that I can type in to obtain that information. Now the first thing I want to do is hit I want to hit equal. And as you know, that equal sign tells Microsoft Excel, hey, I'm about to enter in a function. So then I'm going to left click on the city. I'm going to hit the dot button. I am going to left double click on the state, and then I'm going to hit enter. And so it shows me that the state for Chicago is Illinois. Now, there's a cool feature. So you see this little button right here in your lower right point of the cell. If you left click and double click, it's going to expand or drop down the information for each city. If that city has a state, that information is going to be populated. So let's left click and double click to expand so we can see all the values. Now if you notice right here it says pound field, and so what that tells me, and if you click here, just in case you forget, if you click here, it'll say it'll give you a message, we cannot find the field state for this particular city. And so, as you know, some countries do not have states. And so when the AI is unable to populate the information that you've selected, you would get this number field exclamation to signify that. So now what I want to do is I want to obtain the county for each of those cities. I'm going to hit equal. I'm going to select the city, dot, and then I'm going to scroll down to county and double click, enter, and now it shows me that the county for Chicago is Cook County. I'm going to double click, left double click to expand so I can see the value. And then what I want to do is drag. I can either double click on the little dot that's in the lower right hand corner, or I can left click and then just drag down on the area, and then let's expand this here so that you can see what's going on. And so it's only showing me counties for the first 5 rows. Why is that? Because there are no counties in these other countries, and so it's showing you unknown. So now let's select the population. I'm going to say equal. I'm going to select on the city, dot, and then I'm going to left click, select population. Okay, so I did something wrong and it's telling me there's a problem with this formula. So let's select OK, and then I'm going to backspace, I'm going to hit dot, and then I'm going to go back down to population, left click, double click, enter. There's my population for Chicago, and then I can just double click and it's going to expand the information all the way down. And for this particular country, it does not have the population. So now what I want to do is determine what the time zone is. This is a common issue for me when I'm talking to people over the US that are in different time zones. So what do I need to do? Equal, select city, select the dot or period, and then scroll down to time zone, double left click, enter, and let's expand this so that we can see the value. And so Chicago's time zone is central, and then I'm going to just double click so that it can expand this information, and then I'm going to expand the value. So let me show you another cool feature that you can do. What I want to do is I want to convert this information into a table. So in order to do that, what I need to do is highlight header all the way down to the last value. Then what I want to do is on my keyboard, I'm going to hold down the control key, which is the CTRL. So once you find that on your keyboard, hold that, hit the letter T, and then the create table dialog box will appear. And so here it's telling you the range of data that you're going to use for your table. Here I can use, it's asking me do my table has headers, and it does. If you look in row 1, city, state, county, population, time zone is my header. I'm going to keep it selected, and then I'm going to select OK. And so now it's converted that information into a table, and so now I can select and say, well, give me all the informations, all the rows that have a county. So I'm going to unselect this unknown, select OK, and so now I'm able to only see those counties. Now I can also say, well, you know, I only want to see cities that are in the central time zone, so I can come here. I can say unselect all, give me central time zone, and then OK. Or I can say, you know what, I want all of the time zones, and then let me just give me the states that are in California, left click, California, there's one, okay. And so this is a cool little feature that you can use to filter the information. I want to remove the filter. I can just go data, and then I can just unselect filter here, and then it populates all the information. Now, another cool feature that I like once you converted your information into a table is that you can add columns. So if you look here, there's a little icon that looks like a table with a plus symbol, and the plus symbol in green means add. And so if I left click that, I can add any of the properties that came back when I sent it out by selecting a geography icon. So let's just say that what I want to see is the country for all of these cities. So here's country, and then I'm going to left click, and let's expand this. Now, did you notice what just happened? First, the software has automatically typed in the header for me. Thank you, Microsoft. And then it's also have expanded the country for all the cities that I've selected. And so bam, there it is. Perfect. Now, I can also get more information on, let's say, city, state, county, and country. There's properties that goes along with each one of those categories. So let's just obtain some information about the country. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click the header country, and I'm going to drag all the way down to the last value, right click, copy, and then I'm going to select on a different worksheet. Now I want to paste this information, but you need to be very careful. So if you've already pasted, I want you to hit Alt backspace or hit the undo so that you can see what I'm about to do. So if you right click, there you can either, what I just copied was, yes, values, but also copy the corresponding formulas for those. And I don't want to paste that into here, because if I do, so don't do this here, just watch what I'm about to do. If I select, if I just select paste, it's going to automatically just give me the information. If I wanted the formulas, if I right click, it would give me formulas. Sorry. It would give me the actual formulas, and then that would be actually pointing to my first table. But I don't want to do that, so let's just Alt backspace to undo. All right, so here I have a list of my countries, but if I try to, so let me show you. So if I highlight this information and I select geography, I am going to get an error because this information is pointed to a formula, right? So let's just exit out of there. And then I want to say Alt backspace, Alt backspace, Alt backspace. So I want to clear all of that out. And so now what I want to do is right click, and I want to just select value. So I just want the raw value. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the actual country. I'm going to select geography, and then what it's going to do is it's going to go back out to the web. It's going to select the country information. And as you can see, there's the icon. So it was able to pull back information for each country that I selected. If I left click on the icon, it'll give me a little chart, American flag, and then information about those countries. And then what I can do is, let's just automatically switch this to a table. I'm going to highlight the information. I'm going to hold down the control button and then also hit the T. I want the information that I've selected. My data set has a header. I'm going to select OK. And so now I want to just start adding columns. So I'm going to left click here, and I'm going to say give me the abbreviation for each country. Left click, give me the capital. Let's expand this here. Right, left clicking, and then I'm going to select here, and then I'm going to go all the way down, and then I want to see what the life expectancy is. And so, cool feature, you can actually add multiple columns for the country information that you've selected. So try it out. If you do not have the Microsoft Office 365 subscription, please subscribe. If you also want to see the information about the stock data type, please check out my other video. If you're actually on YouTube, please like the video if you like it. You can also subscribe if you're on YouTube by pressing the red button at the bottom. Also, if you're on my webpage and you're seeing this here from blog.jilss.com, please subscribe to my website, and so that you can keep up with the latest videos in the classes that I'm about to start, and you can see all that information. Thank you. This was a free course. So I just want to there is a, I do this for free, but I also have plans on providing this information to our younger youth. There's a foundation, Jerome Burke Foundation, www.jeromebf.org. Please check it out, support it. That foundation will be providing these type of classes to our young youth who do not have the accessibility to these courses. Please donate. all the funding that we can get to provide these resources to our young youth is well appreciated. Again, thank you for coming to the JIL Training Solutions, and I look forward to talking to you at the next video. Have a good day.